machine. You said hi, do you remember me? And before I knew it, we were in the backseat. Steamy windows on a busy street. Hit me in the face with all my memories. What does love even really mean? All these years later, right in front of me. Animals, animals, moving back and forth to the rhythm of the night. Animals, animals, going our separate ways where the wind. We don't fall in love, and we don't make fake promises. Animals, 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 moving back and forth to the rhythm of the night. Animals, animals, going our separate ways with the wind. We don't fall in love, and we don't make fake promises. Animals, animals, it's just between us.
All right, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fox. And for those tuning in, you just heard the titular track from
Nice.
Von Kaiser's new album, Animals. And Dennis,
Yes,
who's on with us tonight? We have
Our
Night
very-
Ride's very own.
special guest.
Yeah.
It's actually, no, she's not a guest because she is a guest host. It
There
is
you go.
Karen Zoe Lee. Karen, how you doing?
Hey, that's me. Hello. Thank you for having me again. I missed you guys.
Well, we missed you too. It was, I guess, what, a year ago since we've had you on?
No, you had me on for the season finale.
We did, that's right. I have trouble remembering back that far.
Yeah, it's usually the Von Kaiser release party on May 4th and your season finale.
Yes, yes, and here we are again. It is May 4th. May the 4th be with you and all that good stuff.
Fourth with a...
Because that's a joke nobody's made before.
Oh, I know. and all the people posting the Happy Star Trek Day. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, yes, that's another little
Sacrilege.
twist on it, I guess, that I haven't been privy to. So I'll look forward to enjoying those. And yeah, so we are doing a show. This is the State of Synth. I already forgot to play the intro music because we are just all over the place with so many personalities that we got here backstage. Von Kaiser
Well,
is
it's okay.
raring
There's
to
no time for
go.
intro music.
Yes, yes.
It's a Von Kaiser night.
That's it.
All Von Kaiser.
We just might play the whole album. That was Animals kicking things off on Kaiser's debut track here. Titular track, whatever you want to call it. Are we doing the drinking game? I don't even know.
Why not?
know.
Why are we asking this question?
I think we started the party a little early. We started the drinking game about 3 hours ago. But actually, to be honest, I am stone sober and enjoying quite a lovely bottle of Nestle Pure Life.
What's that?
It's spring water, and this comes from, I think it probably comes from Michigan, because like everything comes from Michigan. You know, the bands, the springs. I don't know, I can't read.
You know what? Let's do a quick shout out to the people. In
Yes, let's do that.
The chat. 'Cause, yeah, we've got some folks in the chats. If you're listening, say hi in the chats, and we'll throw a shout out your way. Over in the IRC chat, we got Thetan Bait and somebody called Pineapple Pizza. That better not be you, Dennis.
Kick him out. Take him. I'll ban him. You want me to ban him?
I have
Yeah.
no problem with pineapple pizza, as we know.
Fine.
We got Comrade Nixco in there, and VK1, which is one of the Von Kaisers. And Karen, you're in the chats. Dysterian's joining us. Z's in there. Zoo is in there. The Last Years has joined us. Hannah B has joined us. And over in YouTube, we got Mimi Utmost, Owls, and Mark Longo. Hi, guys.
Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, I'm still trying to find out where this thing is from. Isn't it like a law that they have to say where the water comes from?
It's not on the label.
Oh, there it is. Stanford, Connecticut. I am enjoying the Stanford, Connecticut pure Nestea, pure life, whatever it is.
It's like when you get those bottles like Everest glacial water and it says it comes from like
Missouri.
Lake Michigan.
I'm telling you, it all comes from Michigan, except when it comes from wherever I just said, Connecticut.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I actually had a part of my life where I didn't even think those states existed. No offense to anyone living in those areas, but you know, it's a lot going on. A lot of states. Can't remember them all, and you know.
A couple of more shout-outs. Rick
Yes.
Roder, Brandon0612,
Nice.
and Flash Knight have joined us in the IRC.
Nice. Flash Knight. I think he actually, yes, he had submitted a pizza on our pizza form, so he's going to get a special pizza shout out.
And we've also got Slightly Blind over in the YouTube, JB, and Aiden Ajijan. I hope I said that right.
I hope you did, because if you can't say it, I certainly can't say it. Karin does a pretty good job. Karin, with the word pronunciation, you got a couple interviews that you've done recently, right? Names pronounced correctly, as a matter of fact.
That I pronounced correctly?
Yeah.
Do you? I don't know. I always think you do. I've never heard you mispronounce a name.
I stumble over Friday Night Firefight all the time. I got it now, though.
That is true.
I got it.
That's a
Karin
tongue
cheats,
twister.
though. She always asks the artist ahead of time, how is this pronounced? See, we don't think that far ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I found out I've been pronouncing Lure Vert wrong.
Oh no.
I've been silencing the T because I thought that's how you say it. And he said you do pronounce it.
Oh snap.
Yeah, well, he's got an E on the end, so you got to pronounce it.
Oh god.
Don't know
Here goes
French.
the French Canadian. Here he goes.
Vert is green in French, right? But you add a T on it, it's vert.
Well, look
T-E.
at that.
T-E, I mean, yeah.
How many times you heard me say that name? You haven't correct me once.
I don't know.
Let's play some more Von Kaiser.
Yes. You know what? Tonight, folks, our guest will be Von Kaiser. We're going to bring them on, but first we're going to play another track from the album. This is the second track off the album, right, Dennis?
I don't know. They're all scrambled. Let's
yeah.
pray for the best here.
So this is Constellations by Von Kaiser from the album Animals, which was dropped today here on Night Ride FM.
The sun is going down.
And that was Constellations by Von Kaiser. And I tell you what, we're just going to go ahead and welcome our very special guest on the show right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for Jake, David, and Kaylin from Von Kaiser.
Here we are. Hi.
Hello.
Here we go.
Always making an entrance.
So for those tuning in, we are talking about Kaiser, and Jake, David, and Kaylin make up Von Kaiser, an excellent trio of musicians.
Yes.
You guys have just dropped your latest album, Animals.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to play pretty much, I think we're going to play the whole thing. We probably can get through it.
I mean, yeah.
We're not leaving any songs out.
We're not leaving anything out. We're leaving it all on the table right here for you guys, the listeners. And what we're going to do is we're going to have each person pick their favorite song. And, hopefully we'll all pick different songs, or else that's going to be awkward. But here's the thing, though. I am going to have a little bit of trouble picking my favorite song because, man, you had no teasers, no singles, no double singles. Like, you just legit dropped it like midnight. I wasn't even the first one to buy it this time.
I know. What
Actually,
the hell?
You were.
Actually.
Was I?
We
I hadn't
noted
even
that.
released it for 30 seconds and you bought it.
You were like, nah.
But
We
that was
appreciate
it.
it.
12.
Yeah.
I was going to share that with you that you were the first.
Aw.
Actually. You beat me to it by saying you weren't.
Oh, I saw other people, so I know you do have your Patreon and everything like that. So I'm sure that your Patreons get taken care of well. And
Those guys had it a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
rightfully
been
so.
coordinating it.
It's always good to support the music. And yes, that I was there at 12 a.m. And yeah, I listened to the album about 4 times. So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I have my favorite songs, but I just don't know names yet. So we're going to get there. But yeah, what was the whole thinking about just dropping the whole thing like just a big payload on midnight?
We fought a lot on this record,
Yeah.
and more than normal, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly, the reason why you didn't see a lot is because
We didn't know what
we
was,
didn't know what was going on.
we didn't know what was
either.
coming or going. So this record started out as, I think, 13 songs.
Yeah.
Then went down to 12. Then went down to 11. Then went down to 10. And it might have ended up at 8 had we not stopped. But we just were fighting on. We
Like
just
there
really
were days we had posts planned, things
Yeah.
we would be talking about. We had talked about potentially a single.
Yeah, I just think we felt like it was better because we couldn't come to an accord
Yeah.
on what we even felt like was a single from this album. It was better. I think it was your idea. Actually,
There was
Jake.
also, this was kind of a different direction for us with this record. We're kind of focused a little bit more
Yes.
than we were. and
Mike, a little
with
closer there.
Changing our, changing
There
our,
you go.
sorry about
He's
that.
new to Mike's.
Live show.
Changing our sound, changing our logo.
Yeah,
a lot of-
you guys
a
have a
lot of-
new logo and everything. I dig it.
Yeah, we kind of decided to kind of almost square one it, which is one of the reasons we didn't put anything out ahead of time, was that this is a complete fresh rebrand for us.
A reboot. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. But we wanted to also, there's some flavors from Landline that we used on this record too. Stuff that wouldn't or didn't make it onto that record, or stuff or ideas that were in play but maybe didn't fit but worked better this time around.
Interesting.
Some of the song, I will not say which, some of these songs are ancient.
Really?
Several
That
years.
kind of makes sense because it is. I find the album a little bit more landliney than Ghosts of Miami.
Right. It's for sure upbeat. It's way, way faster, I think, than anything since Landline has been for us. So we
Yeah.
tried to kind of maybe take that step. But yeah, the reason no single is just really we for no other reason than we're just terrible at agreeing on things.
But it's good to have some differences of opinions, and that's what makes you guys all great. Is you guys come from different angles, and when you all work together, you put together just great stuff, and we love the album, and it's great. So we're gonna definitely jump in.
That or they're in their studio throwing things at each other.
Yes, That too.
Not far off, honestly.
Yeah.
Plus, with
All right, so-
COVID and everything, it was just a really rough year.
It's been,
Yeah.
a little
Without
bit.
live music, we didn't really. We tried the live streams, and we did a couple with you guys, and
Yep.
it was a difficult thing for us because
Very tough.
being a band and not being like one person, you kind of have multi channels and setting things up, and it sounds easy, but you're trying to stream that and get it all working and do multiple camera angles. It just,
Yeah.
digging into the record is what we had. It was like our solace during all of this, So
Indeed.
enough seriousness.
We're getting there. Yeah, we got to kick the seriousness out the window because we're here to party it up. I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead.
Pizza time.
Oh, speaking of pizza, and before we dive into the next track, we are here. This is the Von Kaiser Pizza Party, so we're gonna dive in and find out what kind of pizzas you guys are enjoying. Right now, I am enjoying a nice, get ready, a nice Hawaiian pizza.
Sick.
Haha,
No.
man after our own heart.
So gross.
That's just not right.
I got my own cheese pizza.
Quiet Canadian.
Because
Okay,
of
wait.
these-
How do we mute Dennis?
What do Canadians know about pizza anyway? That's
Not
What do
Right.
Canadians know about bacon?
Oh, touche
Whoa.
from Seattle.
Alright,
One
you know what?
down.
You know what? I'm just gonna enjoy a Canadian beer, and you guys can have
You
whatever
can
the
have
hell you
Tim
guys
A
Hortons.
great craft beer we
Tim-
make in
Tim
Michigan.
Hortons
Boom,
beer.
we got them. They've got all he
I'm
has is syrup.
snorting.
All he has is syrup and Letterkenny. That's it.
Syrup.
Trailer Park Boys.
He did. Till Leahy went.
All right,
Oh,
so
wow.
Dennis,
Yes.
May he rest in
Good.
peace.
I noticed Hannah is in the chats.
Yes.
And oh
Hi, Hannah.
God, Hannah.
says
Tell me if I got
Hawaiian.
this right. Pepperoni, pineapple, and olive.
Nice.
Ooh,
That
that's
is
a
very
derivative.
interesting. The olive
Is
is
she
a nice
pregnant
twist.
again?
Pineapple and olive.
There's a
That's
person
Sweet and
named.
salty.
There's a person in the chat named a regular pepperoni pizza here.
Nice.
And then he quit.
Aw.
Just
And then-
slash Nick.
Oh, somebody
we-
wrote bacon is why I fail Islam.
Oh.
I love bacon.
I think you can repent though.
Yeah.
You can always repent. That's right.
And,
It's at the last minute, you know.
And we did have a form. You guys could probably still fill it out if you want. Right now, we're at 10 responses. They let us know what kind of pizza they brought, and we're going to dive into our first one here. This is Vog. He's one of the Night Ride crew,
Yeah.
and he is bringing a calzone. You guys know what calzones are?
It's a folded pizza.
Kind
of,
of, yeah.
In half.
Jules, do you know what that is?
Together with more
Much
bread.
more convenient way to eat
Delicious.
pizza.
It's more carbs.
It's extra carbs. That's true.
That's absolutely right.
It's
a
a half
folded
of-
in half pizza.
It's just a
Is there-
smaller
is there-
pizza with more bread holding it together.
There's
Is,
no
is there such a
absolute
thing as like a light pizza in
No.
carbs?
crust. Right?
Yeah,
That's what
gluten-free.
Karin likes. The thin
Or
crust.
the new cauliflower crust craze
Cauliflower.
thing.
Yeah, like
Yes,
the
that's not
gluten-free
bad.
Cauliflower.
Heck,
Ew,
It's
cauliflower.
Crunchy.
you probably get your.
What's wrong with
Crispy.
people?
You
Kitty.
can't stuff it with cheese.
You probably go to
Crunchy.
Panera for pizza.
Me?
You eat spaghetti with a spoon. Cauliflower crust.
All right,
Get
so-
out of it.
We're going to dive into our first track here. Now, we're
Third
not really
track.
going to go in any type of order here. Well, first track after having you guys on. So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, so we're going to dive into this is tracks that people like. So, who are we going to go with first here? Let's be starting with our guests, of course. So, let's see, David, since you sang on pretty much all of these songs.
Accident.
Yeah, what was the one that you really enjoyed the most?
My personal favorite was Animals, which was the first one that was played. And then and my second favorite was Constellations.
Nice. I tell you what. Why don't you
See,
tell
I
us?
took care of that.
Why don't you tell us a little anecdote? Because we're all about the anecdotes around here. And yeah, is there any interesting
Here's a fun.
tidbits?
Constellations was the first song that was written for the record. Believe it or not, it was the first one that we worked on. And
No
Animals
kidding.
was the second
Mhm.
song that we worked on. And so the Constellation sort of set the tone and the vibe for where I think we were going. Writing wise, it is weird. Like it was a weird. It's just a weird way of writing. We went in and did a song every day for I think 3 weeks. Is that right, guys?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we said we have to do a song every day. And when I say a song every day, I mean we would come in at like 5 o'clock, into the studio. And we are blessed to have a spot where we can be in, creative sort of, an anonymity. We don't share a space with other people, or we don't have, families around. It's a sort of a separate studio that we go to where we are now. And that allowed us to come in and really just bang out from 5 to like 10 p.m. So we'd work on the song from 5 to 10 p.m.
5 hours.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So we'd work on that one song, and that would be like, I would come in with a concept, or Jake would come in with something, or Kaylin would have a jumping off point, and then that would become like tracked vocal, melody in, verse, chorus, boom, 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 like the sketch.
And then you fill in the blanks, and then I guess you see the next day, or do you like sleep on it and be like, yeah, that's not going nowhere? Or
kept doing that.
We didn't listen back to them until we were done with that whole session, and then we went back through
nice.
and basically started either completing them or rewriting them, or stealing an idea from one and using it as the beginning,
Like
idea
cultivating.
of the song.
like
Right,
cultivating
exactly.
your
I mean,
tracks and building on seeing what works, and that's cool though. That's a very interesting way to do it. I know most people were just like, I'm just gonna take a loop and hope for the best. But you
We
guys
still
like
kind of take the same process we took when we were playing rock music.
Okay.
The same sort of writing style is kind of what we used this time. We had some ideas, we just put a bunch of them together and then started hashing them out after the fact.
But we let them sit for, all of the ideas sat for a month while the other ones were being finished up. Poison was the cure. I won't talk about that. I'm moving ahead. I should.
Let's play another song.
I will reveal a detail about that if we get there.
Oh, we'll get there.
But at any rate, really, what was important about this was different than the other times. Is the way we went about it. Everybody was in here. Everybody was working. We tried to finish the song on the day. And when I say finish it, at least it was the point where it was recognizable as a song from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the record in about 3 or 4 weeks was done as it was song wise, and then we circled back and spent an exorbitant amount of time on each song, individually, some more than others.
Then there was the step 3 where we just beat our heads against the wall for 5 months.
We went into the cage. That's why someone's blonde now.
Into the cage.
That's why. No more purple hair.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead, and this is technically our third song. So
You could ask somebody their pick or pick one of yours. And
yeah,
then you can play
we
that.
did David. So David already picked his favorite two. So we're gonna go to Jake.
My favorite song is the slowest song on the record. Dreamers was the one that just immediately caught me and connected with me for the longest.
All right, is this this is the one where there's one that I'm already gonna tell you what my pick was, or is rather. It's the one with David and Kaylin singing, but I don't think
Done.
it's
Yeah.
That one's called Done.
Yeah.
Done. That's the one. I like that one.
This one's the other. It's a super. It's kind of sad. This song for a while I couldn't sing without getting teared up because I lost a family member during its recording, and it was just like,
Yikes. Sorry to hear.
hard. Pink album cover is kind of funny because there's a lot of sadness that went into this album that we're trying to. We worked through a lot of crap on this.
One thing about the album cover? Is it nine? Is that a play on Nyan Cat?
I think you just answered that.
Okay.
Did you ever see the thing where they took the Power Rangers and they did like a short of they're going to do a new movie, I guess, with it, where they're going to make it just a little more badass, than like the cartoon, not the cartoon,
Yeah.
like a live action where they're just fighting puppets. And they did a couple like fight scenes as Morphin Rangers, and it's just like all a little more gritty and tough. Like that is Nyan Cat on the cover.
Okay, so it's
But,
Nyan Cat, but
The
made
Mortal
tough.
Kombat version of
Mortal
Nyan.
Kombat
Yeah.
of Nyan.
There you go.
test your
And who
might.
doesn't love a cat?
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just missing the Pop-Tart.
We are. I think we're all missing Pop-Tarts.
So, Dennis, let's listen to this track, Dreamers.
Yes, let's go ahead.
Jake's favorite off the album.
We're going to dial this in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Von Kaiser with Dreamers. And that was Dreamers by Von Kaiser.
Get it on, guys.
Right on.
Goop, 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 goop.
You should have put the mic by it, filling it up to hear the fizz.
Ah, yeah.
It's true. You could have done
Those-
that.
Like those Sprite commercials.
You always got to go. But then, yeah, I feel like it's going to turn into like some kind of weird ASMR type of show.
So, Karen, want to lead us off with that?
Yeah, speaking of ASMR, Karen's over
I was
here.
once called. So somebody on YouTube once called me an ASMR nightmare.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, why?
They
What
just
was
don't
their
like
problem?
talking. They don't like talking when they're trying to listen to music. That's all.
That's true.
Oh.
They don't. They hate it.
Yeah. Speaking of YouTubers, this
You're
was
an ASMR nightmare.
quick shout out.
YouTuber shout outs.
Shout outs. Over in YouTube, our friend Adam Morgan has joined us.
Hey.
Hi, Adam.
All right.
Greetings.
And yeah, we've also got Fim War and Ozymandias. And over in IRC, we've got Jonathan Leparati, Vector 2GW, Art the Brawler, Rex Balls.
Nice.
And it turns out that whoever that pineapple pizza was, it was Joe Loke. So,
Ah.
God.
Another
Joe.
man
No,
who
no,
understands
no.
what it
So-
is to love a delicious pizza.
Karen, what's your
Yes, sir.
favorite pizza?
Oh, you're gonna hate me more than the pineapple guys.
Olives and
Don't say
mushrooms.
anchovies.
Okay, maybe not. It's not that bad. The best pizza I ever had, I made myself, and it was called the Black Heart.
What?
And,
Oh.
and
Don't-
I was what?
Like squid ink.
Yeah, what?
No,
You gotta
right?
elaborate.
It's not that bad.
You
no.
you just can't come out with Black Heart pizza and just stop and not go any further.
Go.
I cooked
I
my
was
ex's
making
hair
pizzas.
into it.
Sick.
I'll get there. I was making pizzas for Valentine's Day from scratch with my high school boyfriend, and we were doing heart-shaped pizzas and our own, because we didn't agree on what kind of pizza we wanted. And I bought a can of chopped olives and used the whole thing on mine,
Nice.
and it was the best pizza I ever
That
had.
sounds delicious, actually.
So it wasn't a sad story.
Sounds like a salty thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but nobody else likes that much olive.
Oh, there's so many jokes in there.
It really
It
is.
depends
Go
on how
for
far
it.
we want to go
So
down the
much to
hole.
dig into.
Do it.
This is a lot to unpack.
DM me.
Indeed.
Just the taste alone. Don't be surprised.
You're done. You're done.
Oh my
For,
goodness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
for our listeners out
I
there
don't get it.
who may yeah, right, okay, squirrel.
The Vaporita just got mentioned.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. If you guys are having vaporitas out there, shout outs to you guys. I'm
Rex.
drinking water. What's wrong with me?
So for those of our listeners who are new to Von Kaiser, how long have you guys been together?
Before we were married? Or dating?
3 albums. So
2018.
Two,
The end of 2018.
5 months, 6 months?
Carry the 4.
3 years?
2.5 years.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
you,
like
you
Finn
got,
Rizal in Whittle when she's awoken from being the.
It might be 3 years now, actually.
Has it
Maybe,
been
actually.
so
yeah, because you had Dead by Dawn,
Yeah.
and then like as a
And
single,
that was in
and,
2018.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was October of
And then-
2018.
and then you had Landline.
A full year though. I'd say Landline.
2.5 years.
Yeah, up to
2.5.
Okay. All right, so there
Sorry
you go.
for that. We should have those questions down,
The
guys. then we
longest answer to a simple question
Yeah,
ever.
sorry.
The problem is, as time goes
Well,
by, the answer changes.
It does change because as we are, as like who we are and where we are and as we are, the three of us, it's been 2.5 years. But before, from before, it was different. There were other people,
There were
and I wasn't here.
You've always been.
Oh, thank you, Neil
Neil
Breen. Neil Breen puts in Mona Lisa Overdrive. I'm like, yes, that's the song.
Nice.
I discovered-
now.
Oh, bless you, Neil. That's
You
the
were
song I
all right.
discovered Von Kaiser with, and I still have it, and I still love it, even though you guys tried to yank it off the airwaves,
You tried to bury it.
hide it, bury
Mona
it.
Lisa? I got a fun fact about that song. There is very much rumble about us redoing possibly that song and more
Really?
from that record and re-releasing it. Yeah.
Ah,
That would be a
because
complete
that
reimagining.
song
Yeah.
it's a pretty powerful song. I mean, it's pretty
At the
banging.
beginning, before we knew what we weren't doing or are not doing
Yeah.
now.
Electro funk.
No. Somebody, Hannah B said she'd share that pizza with you, Karen, by the way.
I got her in the chat.
Nice.
I'm on top of it.
The black heart. I thought it was
I don't
gonna
know
be
if I
you
could
and your-
share it.
I seriously thought that story was, and this is how dramatic I am. I thought you and your boyfriend at the time were making pizzas, and he broke up with you while you were making them, and you decided to make yours like burned to a crisp, and in anger ate it in front of him, like, "This is the black heart pizza, the most delicious pizza. I hate you."
Well, I extracted his heart and put it on the pizza.
I
and
was gonna
charred that to
say.
a crisp.
It sounded like
And ate
murder
it in
was
front of his
involved.
mom.
Goth pizza.
Well, okay, even further than I took it.
The pizza was so goth it cut itself.
Oh.
Oh, but
Wow.
too soon?
Hey guys,
Very much.
why did the
Wow.
hipster burn his mouth on the pizza?
He ate it before it was cool.
That's right, because he was cool, man.
Dennis.
Yes.
I think it's time for a song.
It is time for another song.
All right.
All right.
Who's, okay, so we got David out of the way. We got Jake out of the way. Kaylin, what's your favorite song off the album?
My favorite song off the album is Phantoms.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Why?
I like that one.
I like to dance to it. That's literally probably the only.
Oh,
There's
this
gonna
is
be a
the
video of
breakbeat song. Is this the
It's-
breakbeat song? It's got that
What?
beat.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. it's-
That's a direction. I love it. I love that. It to me, it's like it was like when who was it? The Gunship and Metric did a thing. They're like,
Yeah, I heard that song. Yeah.
they're like, we got an EDM song. Let's include Gunship and make it like over the top awesome. And that happened. And yeah, this is a real danceable song. I really like it. So
I love this song.
good choice.
You guys should see Kaylin dance to this song sometime. It is. It's an
Not
experience.
anything special.
I don't know. I think it's special.
I hear a music
If
video
I-
coming.
If I
Have you
made
ever seen an
heels,
episode
I'd
of
fall
Seinfeld?
over.
I guess
yeah,
it's just she's very motivated.
yeah, like
Unlike other times when
You-
she dances, and it's more like.
right.
It's not a forced dance.
It's more like Elaine, yeah. Like
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Feeling
Awesome.
good.
All right. Well, while we're dancing like Elaine, we're going to go ahead and drop this track on you guys. This is Phantoms by Von Kaiser. Here it is. And once again, that was Phantoms by Von Kaiser.
Yeah, very cool track.
And before we go into anything further, we want to send a couple special shout outs here. Pizza shout outs to this is a gentleman by the name of, hold on here, what's his name? Neil Folks.
I wonder who that is.
And I have a situation here, and this is a little behind the scenes. I got a Windows update on my laptop, the one that I usually put my notes sheet. We do everything off of Google Docs. And I had the update. This is kind of an older computer, but I literally use it to run Google Docs. That's it, right? This thing is screaming so loud, and it's like running at 100%. Like, I have no idea what Windows is doing, but I just shut that down. Thankfully, I have like 8 monitors in my entire room here because it's where I live now. So I have this other monitor.
Bag on the floor.
But sometimes depends on the
Tin
night.
cans all over like Neil Breen.
Whoa, is that really Neil Breen in the tank?
I don't think so.
But anyway, this is across the room, so I always have to like reach across to get to the mouse for this particular thing. But that particular gentleman is eating a deluxe thin crust. Wah, wah,
Like Karen.
boring.
Karen, you're crust. Like him, right?
Yeah, but I don't get the deluxe.
Why not?
Only like
I just want olives and maybe pepperoni.
All right, here we go. We're going to get a little bit better here. Liger Zero. Nice shout out to Liger Zero.
Hey, he was in your the VR, Night Ride VR last week.
Yeah, they went with a fired pie Hawaiian BBQ pizza. Yes.
The Fired Pies Hawaiian BBQ pizza.
Yeah. Very
I
nice.
gotta Google this fired pie.
Pineapple is winning out.
BBQ. Yes, in fact, we should have ran a poll. We really should. Pineapple or non-pineapple.
Yeah, you know what? I'm seeing a lot more. I'm seeing more pineapple on this list here. This is not good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's growing on people.
What did I call it? It's a fruit
Delicious,
frisbee?
scrumptious pizza.
Fruit salad. It's a fruit salad with cheese.
It's a fruit salad with cheese.
Karen,
yes.
we've let you know in the chat what we think of your pizza.
Yeah, and I told you to shut up. We should read it.
All right, so Karen has a question here for the Von Kaiser crew about the new album. What is your question that we were talking about, Miss Karen Zoe Lee? I'm trying to include Karen here.
Did we want to know?
She's in a chat war.
She's-
She's in a pizza
She's
chat.
too busy to
No,
run a
I'm-
show. She's in a chat war right now. We
Can you
want to
hear me?
know.
Yep.
Yeah.
We want to
Oh,
know.
yeah. I think we were wondering why they called it animals.
Yes, that is it. I feel like the question answering portion is, or the question asking portion is like a game of Jeopardy.
Yeah. It's like, what was that game?
Yeah, it's
Jeopardy.
it's a game called
Where there's-
Jeopardy, I guess.
No,
where-
no. There's numbers, right? Categories of numbers.
Yes.
And then there's a dollar amount, and then there's a question under each one. What's that game called?
Jeopardy.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, Jeopardy, that one. From before.
I don't even know.
Sorry, I mean, pizza.
What are we doing?
Asking
Animals.
about animals.
Made a pizza.
Yes.
Why? Just tell them the answer so they cannot listen to me.
I think
This is stunning, guys.
This is riveting radio right here.
I just don't. Yeah, I mean,
I don't
Night Ride FM.
I don't remember.
are you serious?
Yeah.
We've got
Well,
the hard
we have a
hitting
song
answers.
called Animals.
Well,
and
yeah.
so we named it after that.
I mean, but why
There
did
it
we
is.
choose that?
Nice.
But why did we choose that?
You know why we chose it?
I don't remember. It's insane.
This is the first song. We can't agree on any.
Okay.
You guys were just saying you're animals.
Agree.
I just
So-
remember it was just that way. I
Okay,
was-
so if your first track would have been Party Time, your album would have been named Party Time.
That was
Yes.
actually on deck and part of a discussion.
Nice.
And anyone who would know us would not have been surprised.
You know, I like the way you guys make your decisions. It's a very straightforward way of doing things.
If you can enjoy yourself while making music, if you can enjoy yourself while the music is released, and then you're at this point, like the honeymoon stage or whatever,
I usually
I don't
call
know.
this the postpartum for artists.
Yeah.
It's usually artists always release an album and then they're just miserable for the week after.
Yeah.
Because they're all their running around and sweating is done.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Where
now it's
we
just,
choose to go the other way. No way.
We did.
and then they're tired, right? They're too tired to like promote it. And now the work is gone, and it's funk time for artists.
Luckily, we don't
not-
have that problem because
Yeah.
we all
I don't
quit
feel
and
like that.
rejoined several times
Yeah.
during
This band broke up like 5 times. I'm not kidding. In fact, I even told Dennis that this record has been sort of make or break for us because it's just, we reach a point in making music where you make, and any artist who might be listening will know exactly what I'm talking about. Where you make a decision where you're now making music for not just yourself anymore. You make a decision to start to do things in a way that isn't just a hobby, or you're doing something more than you would want to do. You know what I mean? You're putting in more effort than is like, between 7 and 9 p.m. I go jam with my friends in a garage. It transitioned for us to be a little bit more serious this round, I
Right.
think, and we decided to. Everyone had to have a soul search, I think, and decide if we were ready for that. Coming out of COVID and everything, if we were still even on board for that, anymore with how everybody's life has changed in the last 2 years. So
I'm trying to
But-
figure out if me and Jules have reached that point. Jules, have we reached a point where we're like
talking about?
serious about getting this
No
show
way.
together? Are we ever going to get this show together?
It is together.
I feel like it is.
Seems pretty
seems
together.
pretty together. I mean,
But I think
I've never been hustled by the Groot so hustle as he's hustled me tonight in my entire life. So I think it's good. I think this is.
We're on top of our hustle game over here.
I mean, we're not as put together as Karin.
It's true.
Everybody tunes into the Karin show.
If you guys haven't checked out Karin show, Karin, you've been on the ball. You've been blowing up the spot with features, interviews, new
Premieres.
releases, premieres. Like you got the guy that did Cobra Kai soundtrack on your show. You got
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wait till you see who I've got coming on Thursday.
I heard something about Killer Clowns, maybe.
Something clowns.
Something.
Yep.
So all I can say, if you guys aren't following Karin Zoe Lee, check out her show. She does them in UK friendly times too. So if you're listening and you're in the UK and you're like, oh well, they never have shows when I'm around. I'm always sleeping. But no, she does. What is it, like 10 a.m. or something for you when you do those shows?
Yeah, it's 10 a.m. for me. I have this little window of time, and it's 6 p.m. in Great Britain, 7 in Europe. Yeah, so they can tune in a decent
Weren't we
hour.
on that slot one time with you, Kaylin and I? Remember our Thanksgiving thing?
I don't
I
remember.
feel like it was like in mid-afternoon.
Well, that's when we recorded it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm not live like Dennis is.
This is live.
Live?
Oops.
Speaking of live, by the way, quick shout out to Craig Packman, who joined us in the
Hey.
YouTube chat. Our
Speaking
buddy
of
from
UK.
Perth, Australia.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say UK, but yeah, Australia. That's pretty far
Even
too.
further, yeah. He's like, it's like winter. It's winter for them coming on, and
Ah, yes.
that's down there the vinyls spin the other way and toilets flush in a different direction.
They do.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Karin,
Yeah,
a funny
yeah,
story
nah.
real quick. Like I put on a jean jacket that I haven't worn in a while, like, because I lost a ton of weight. And so I wore this jean jacket I haven't worn since Outland. And tucked inside the pocket was your original business card.
Nice.
Wow.
And I was like, I have a business card from Karin, like a physical thing from you, It's just cool. I thought it was fun.
Do you put it under your pillow and sleep with it?
Wishes upon a card.
It's down my,
Was it-
front of my
But is that the
kitchen.
card that was made by Patrick King?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Sweet. Yeah.
I got a reprint, and I use the same design. I don't need to change the design. It's too
Yeah, it
good.
looks good.
It's
Yeah.
too
Gotta
good.
keep the you gotta keep the Space Needle on there.
Yeah, and if you go to Patrick King or Patrick King Art, any of his accounts, he will do your city for a commission. Whatever city you want him to do, he'll do it.
Awesome.
Well, there you go.
CN Matower.
Yep.
City
Well,
would be good.
But
there's a lot of Toronto synthwave images out there.
Oh yeah, it's got another tower too, doesn't it? It's like a
Yep.
thing too.
Yep.
While we're at it, we're gonna do
Trying to be.
a quick pizza shout out. This one is from Night Razor, also known as Justin, or should I say Justin, also known as Night Razor. Pick whatever you want. He is going with the Parmesan crust, 4 cheese, and olive with extra sauce. That's a heavy. That's gonna weigh on you. I'm just putting that out there.
What
I
is it
dare-
again? Say it one more time.
4 cheese and what?
cheese.
Parmesan crust, 4 cheese, and olive with extra sauce.
Yeah.
Do you-
So it's a regular pizza with olives and a Parmesan.
Do you
4 cheese
do you
crust.
put the sauce on, or do you
No.
dip it in the sauce?
Oh,
That's what I want to know.
Both.
you dip it in.
Because
Well,
I don't know.
they do it.
Well, who's they?
The person that is this is their favorite pizza.
Is that who we're talking about?
So we're gonna
Oh, I
have
thought we were being interviewed here. I'm sorry.
No.
Night Razor, if you are out there. We don't care about you guys. We just
Night
care about how
Razor's favorite
many
pizza.
pizzas are being
You're
brought
right.
into this place.
Then quiet. Let him talk about Night Razor.
Night Razor. I know you can hear me, buddy.
By the way, Dennis, he's like, God damn it, Dennis, it's Jason, not Justin. But-
I did
but
it 2 times in a row.
Jason put Justin in quotes just because he knows I like saying Justin.
He
'cause I
did.
always-
See,
I'm
he's
the one
trying
who
to
messed
throw
it
me
up.
He knows that I can't read, and when I do, I read. I knew that name was off. I'm like, that doesn't sound right at all.
He did that just for me. I'm sure he did.
See,
People
Yeah,
give you a
Fox.
pass. and
here's the problem. When people write things down, if I do happen to read something, I will absolutely read it verbatim and not even like blink an eye. That's why I never read things, because half the time I can't read it, and the other time I just I read it like I'm reading a book, very boring book, and the story goes on, and I'm just like, I can't read and casually read. You know how people can casually read things?
Yeah.
You have a kinsman with Kaylin.
Microphone falling.
Speaking of reading, let's deep dive into something real quick that I don't think we've ever discussed. Kaylin, I don't even know if you want to dive into this, but
ready for this?
Oh,
You-
what?
if anyone is listening out there right now, the lovely Kaylin actually did her own audiobook.
It's actually really good.
Oh, no.
Speaking
on
of
Amazon.
reading, it is on Amazon right now. And Kaylin, do you think you would
Why
mind
do you
if we
know about this? Did I
share
tell you about this?
the audiobook?
Is it Twilight?
No.
It's Twilight Lake.
You know what?
Right?
It's super good,
I
actually.
really did enjoy recording it, and it's an interesting book.
You sounded really smart when you read it too. I'm
Did
not,
you hear it? Did you
not
hear the
that
excerpt?
I
That's
heard the demo.
That's my that's one of my character voices is competent human.
I've heard that one. You do it in here sometimes.
Yeah, people usually get mad. They call it my mom voice. So,
Yeah, I really dug the sample.
What
I
is-
didn't buy
What
the
is
book
the name? What is the name of this audio?
because I'm too cheap.
Kaylin, what is it?
it's the Seventh Bride.
The Seventh Bride, ladies and gentlemen. You can find that on Amazon, wherever fine
Yeah, if you have an Audible
Audiobooks.
account, you just pop right over for free and have it.
you get yourself a nice.
Kingfisher.
Honestly, I got it. Yeah, but it's Kingfisher. Yep.
It is T Kingfisher.
I got the book and I listened to it on a long drive.
Yes, and forced me to listen to it.
She was
as
also
I
in the
was
car. Yep.
in the back.
With 4 other people, and I have to say, after it was done, I had greater respect for you. Like, you did many characters, and I forgot it was you for a minute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you did a good job. So I was actually surprised you didn't do more audiobooks.
Taking
But you know what?
notes.
Now you are. So
No reading for you. Now it's all singing.
That's
It's
it.
true. That's it.
oh, that
Speaking of singing, we got to dive into another track here. Who is next to pick their favorite
Karin.
track? Karin, Zoe Lee.
Me. Oh. Can we hear the forest?
Yes, indeed. All right, we're gonna drop
Like
the
that one.
forest.
Another one of my favorites.
And is there a little something about the forest? You guys fight or anybody
Just
die?
like
or-
Pretzel and like Jello.
Give us the
or-
goods.
The forest, right, is our mastering engineer Steve Gilson pick too. He chooses faster. That's and this is Jake's favorite song for a long time until Dreamers came along.
This is true.
That was your number 2 pick.
It is.
So
It's about walking in the forest.
this song is obviously it's a little like it's a mix of sci-fi and a little bit of Matrix-esque, maybe a little bit of Orwellian 1984 stuff in there, but it's
Nice.
basically just about the neural net in the way that Gibson saw it.
Oh.
It's just elaborating on that. We did that again. Again, it's just like a sort of a harken back to the song that was in Lord of the Landline record. That was also William Gibson based too. So
You
Anyway,
have this
enough.
thing where you just get really, really quiet.
whenever I'm talking about something that I think is dumb that no one actually will care about, I tend to
William
make it a little
Gibson?
bit quiet.
What are you?
Yeah,
what,
well-
what you talking about, Willis?
Not that, but just our connection to it. Like
Okay.
yeah, that's all. But yeah, it's basically the net. William Gibson's neural net.
There it is. William
From Mono
Gibson's
Release Overdrive, so.
neural net. Neural or is it neural? I'm from Jersey, so I can't pronounce that.
Neural.
Neural.
Yeah.
Neural.
However you say it.
Neural.
Yes,
Neural.
it's about that, and it's called The Forest, and it's Von Kaiser, and here it is. And that was The Forest by Von Kaiser. Yes, love that.
Hannah was saying that's it's got a little bit of Eiffel 65 vibes in it for her.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Rowdy.
I tell you what, before we jump on any further, I was saying this off air. We've been talking so much. We should just like talk over all the tracks because I think we have.
No, people would be so livid.
We have so many good conversations though off air.
Remember
We do.
Karen's warning, her stern ASMR experience warning.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Do not
All right, so
talk
wait,
over the track.
there was a couple of things we were talking about, but Dennis,
Yes.
you were saying something about a sound. There was
Okay.
a sound sample or sound effect in Animals.
So this was throwing me off. This was like a very big significance when I first started playing it because I played it at work because again, you guys just dropped this on us and you know, I played the album like 3 or 4 times and you know, just listening to this opening track Animals, I'm just casually, you know, working and everything like that. And I keep hearing this sound that sounds like Microsoft Teams when they send you a text message. It'll go bling. And I'm just like I'm gonna ignore this because I'm a web developer, so I'm just, you know, typing away, doing my thing, and I keep hearing this like blink, 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 and I'm like, what are all these messages? And I go over to Microsoft Teams, and there's nothing there. I'm like, what the? And then I'm like, having it just click in my mind. It's the song. You guys make this weird tone. You have some weird ethereal things going on in Animals that is interesting. It's kind of a new thing.
It's probably the synth pattern.
Yeah. It's got
It
this
just
little
sticks out in
tone.
those
It's
tones.
a tone. But yeah, you have like.
So you hate that song now? Or?
I know. I like it. It's.
That's what I heard.
Like, I can't stand listening to it.
I'm so glad you
Sounds
made
great.
this horrible work song.
I can't listen to it at home because it stresses me out.
I'm going into the garage with the gas
Reminds me of
pipe hooked
work.
up into the window.
Oh,
Whoa. Wow, we went dark on that real fast.
Jeez, David.
wow.
It's been a rough year. God damn it.
It has been a rough
Everything's
year.
closed.
It's true.
By the way,
We're near Detroit thing.
there's something I wanted to ask you guys. So we were talking about this behind the song here, but most of the time your albums, your songs are, you know, they're
7
they're
minutes.
they're meaty. They're
8
meaty
minutes.
songs that last like a good, usually at least 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes,
10.5 minutes.
15 minutes, you know. But the songs on this, they're all like these little short, itty bitty 4.5 minute.
Right, yep.
Little
What?
ditties. They're ditties
What-
now.
You know,
Well, I'm gonna- But before you answer and before Kaylin answers, these two will say a thing. And at the end of both of their things, I will say a different thing. So each of them will probably say a different thing from each other. But this last thing I'll say will I think, tie it all together. Jake, go.
Kaylin. Jake.
Kaylin, go first.
No.
Why
Okay.
are the songs shorter?
Okay, so the songs started out getting shorter for me. I think we all had different reasons for that to happen. I think that's the only reason that the final product ended up with them being shorter. I personally wanted to focus on being a little bit more pop sensible and fit into the categories that, you know, a lot of people just browsing through and listening to music don't really have the patience for a 7-8 minute long song.
Right.
And I personally, that was one of the reasons that I tried to make in my part these a little bit more concise.
That makes sense. Well, also too, and I'm going to answer your question, and I don't know why I'm going to answer your question, but I'm just going to.
All right.
Subject matter expert. apparently.
with my experience of listening to this album for a couple hours, and not to diminish all the hard work you guys did. I'm sure you did some work on the album, but the way that I look at it, I'm joking by the way. It's a different vibe. It's got pop sensibilities. Your last EP, and even with Ghost of Miami, everything was like this dream space. And when you have like a dream space and you have this like this very magical thing that just kind of like floats into the air, which is like how your songs were, like especially the Echoes EP. It was just like very, had this nice intro, and it was beautiful, but also if you didn't get caught into the dream, then it was like skip. Not that I ever skipped that. I enjoyed it.
Wavelengths wasn't very dreamy, and that song could have been like 40 minutes long.
Wavelengths was very dreamy though. Wow.
It did have quite a dreamy intro, as far as what I understand Dennis to be saying.
I think sum it up, right? Did you were gonna say?
Yeah, I wanted,
go.
to say
All right.
something.
Now
I
you're
think part of it, we would come to times where we were working on something, and we're like, okay, we have this section here. What are we gonna do with it? And there were times when, okay, the song's already at like 3.5 minutes. Like, do we need to add an entire new bridge, or do we need to add this entire, do we need a guitar solo? Do we need?
So that's it. That's the end.
That may have been the first time that we've done that.
But this is what I'm saying, guys.
No,
this is, we didn't shorten the songs because we're pop sensibility. We didn't shorten the songs because what we submitted to
just a
on
consequence
Spotify
of what we
bitched
did.
about the fact that our songs were 6 minutes. That was the initial reason, was because people on Spotify were saying, well, your songs are too long for vocal synthwave. It's too much.
Right.
Tell me who it was. Was it Brian Hazard?
It didn't anybody say anything directly. I don't know who directly it was. I never considered that. I think the songs got written and they're this way because this is how we wrote them. They would have been this way if they were going on the last one. It's just how it is.
I think that these songs may
we're not that smart.
added to more things, or more maybe. Or maybe they're more pop sensible, but I think they're.
What does that even mean?
More
because it's
of
short.
I don't know. I just made it up.
Listenability. There's a listenability factor when something's shorter, because people don't get, I don't know, overwhelmed with it. Or
I don't know.
bored
I'm not trying to pat us on the back too much about the fact that they're just.
They're just not 6-minute songs anymore. Is really what it is.
I mean, we could gladly go write one. In fact, we're working on one for Christmas called Christmas, and it's 6 minutes for Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Christmas-
I'm
Christmas-
gonna
And we're going to start a
die.
charity called 6 Minutes of Christmas, and we'll raise money.
Yeah.
But you will only be able to claim it for the first 6 minutes.
And let me guess, Kaylin, you'll be dressed up for Christmas around October.
Correct, for 6 minutes.
Only for 6 minutes during this
So speaking of, that's the answer
Speaking
to
of
the question.
6 minutes, we also
Yeah,
had
that's-
another side discussion about. Are we going to introduce this topic? Is it
Well,
too early to introduce
There's
that?
a song that we can use too with this to do a segue.
All right.
Segue out of this.
So let's go ahead and segue. What song are we going to segue in? And I don't even know if we're talking about the same thing, but we're talking about how long the average duration of something is, and
Oh yeah, sex between two people lasts.
the
this
answers
duration.
might
Right.
shock you.
I clicked on a clickbait. I did it. And it pulled up this article, and it's, you're expecting it to be like 20 minutes or, 10 minutes or a half hour or whatever.
The answer will shock you.
The answer will shock you.
You'll be amazed.
And then you click on it, and 5 clicks later, it's like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yes,
is the
I-
5
average
minutes?
sex
I am a
time.
god then.
I mean,
king among
Yes.
men.
the women around you are blessed. Because otherwise, seriously, 5 minutes?
Hey ladies, I go 6 minutes. That's 1 minute more. It goes to 11.
Oh,
This one goes to it.
this one goes all the way.
It's one more.
He's in Toronto, he is.
Yeah,
All right,
so,
real quick.
you might need 2 of our songs on this album to get through,
Nope.
whereas 1 song on the
Yep.
previous album.
Yes, we need the old 12-minute long song.
So this would be the
Kaiser
perfect
sang.
segue to play our most Christian rock sounding song, Disconnected.
Aw, come on! Don't say it's Christian.
Put it back in your pants now. Well, God is
This
watching.
is my favorite song off the album.
All right,
Don't
this
say
is-
Christian rock.
Whoa!
This is Jules' favorite.
It's not. It's not.
No.
No,
It's
it was
not.
just
It was
an
a joke.
inside
We just
joke.
faith plus one in rehearsal one day. Just
Yeah.
messing around.
All right, before we play this song, we want to send a quick pizza party shout out to Joe Loke. And he is
Joey.
eating a brick oven ham and pineapple with extra mozzarella and sliced pepperoni.
Pepperoncini.
Is that a thing?
Pepperoncini. It's a Greek
Oh,
pepper.
Also, shout out to Joe.
pepperoncini.
I thought
One of
they
our
just
favorite-
misspelled
one of our
pepperoni.
favorite
Spicy
patrons.
pepper. It's like a hot, delicious pepper.
Joe is a big favorite patron.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
a big
hi,
supporter.
Thank you,
Joe.
Joe.
Hi.
We haven't done
Hey.
shout outs in a while. So
We haven't.
we
Actually,
need
you
to
know
get
what?
on our Patreon ball, and
speak-
don't worry, we will.
Speaking of Patreon, I got the links in here. But folks, if you want to become a Von Kaiser Patreon, you head over to patreon.com/Von Kaiser. It's not really hard to find, and you get
There's a song there that only they have, and still to this date, no one has heard except patrons.
This is very true.
We did a cover of "Take Me Home Tonight."
What?
Yeah,
that
that's right.
no one has heard really except patrons, and the
Me
only way to
home.
get it.
Come on, a little bit of Eddie money.
Yeah.
Nice.
And,
That is still the only way to hear it.
that is still the only one.
Yeah,
We're gonna
head
do
on
some
over
more.
to-
I think we're gonna do an entire EP just for
that
patrons.
was the only way to hear
No,
it.
that is still the only way.
Oh.
Yep,
so we need-
yep.
I think we probably have to send it to someone.
All right, so we're gonna play a song.
Well, all right. This song's called
Thanks for the
"Disconnected," like
reminder.
Kaylin.
Yeah, sorry.
And you're listening to it on Night Ride FM.
Can you feel the love inside you when you look upon their face? Do you feel the most connected when you're close inside their space? Have you ever missed a moment, regretted ever since? Would you do it different if you could do it all again?
And that was Disconnected by Von Kaiser. Now, the dis part, what's up with the... What is that? We went through...
This is yours. Yeah.
We went through a thing, me and Jules. We're trying to figure out what that thing is called. The thing before and after the...
It's a bracket.
It's called a bracket?
Parentheses.
Parentheses.
Yeah, you were thinking of ellipses, which is the ...
Yes. I guess so.
Yeah. This is a bracket.
That's a
Or parentheses.
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 The bracket is the square one. Okay.
Yes,
All right. So
correct.
anyway, what's up with that?
That was literally just me. This is Jake.
Can you tell us apart?
No.
Kind of. Yeah, I can.
The original title for the song was Connected, and just after the lyrics were done, I felt like it might want to be called Disconnected, and then that was kind of my suggestion for a compromise between the two. It's really as simple as that.
Did you see what the distribution platforms did to the title?
Yeah,
It capitalized the D in our distribution, and I'm not sure if it's on Bandcamp. That
on
way.
Bandcamp it's all lowercase.
Yeah, it's lowercase
it
D,
did.
and on the streaming platforms, it's all
Yeah, it's
uppercase.
capital-
It was
Capital
supposed
D,
to.
capital C.
I think the distribution companies just automatically.
Yeah, but
capitalize
it's
everything.
strange though because they would do that to the first letter, and there's a parenthesis in front of the first letter as a character.
I
So
don't know.
what is it? Skipped it and searched for the next letter. The reason that's significant though is because that song in particular had the lowercase because it was supposed to look like when you're doing like you look at a definition of something.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to be a derivative.
Yes.
And so now it being capitalized makes it look like it's supposed to be the name of the song. So they've kind of boned us in that way, creative. I know, I get it. I'm being bougie and flowery and artistic, but they ruined our title there. It's not.
Yeah,
They
you can
did.
get it fixed. I'm sure you can.
You should get your money back.
Poison was the cure, though. Here it comes.
Oh, by the way, a quick shout out to Kit, Heaven's Last Hope, Bane, Tika Tai Main. What? And
That's the name of one of his
Synth.
cats.
Oh, is it?
That's why he's freaking out.
How did he get on the
Tika
chat?
Bane is my sick cat, the one I was talking about.
Tika
I
Tai
know who's
Main.
driving that vehicle.
Yes, we're not going back to the sick cat. We're gonna keep the train moving here.
Like, all right,
And
him forward.
speaking of shout outs here, we're going to do a quick shout out for Flash Knight, who he brought to our little pizza party. He bought onions. I can't read. This is why, again, I'm reading across the room. Onions with bell peppers and caramelized mushrooms. Now, that's a good question. What's your opinion on the mushrooms on pizza? Is that as controversial?
No.
It is, because there are a lot of people out there that are like, fungus, gross.
It's really
I don't like
yucky.
My mother-in-law, she hates mushrooms, so
Yeah,
we
I
get it
I'm
on
the
everything.
only one in the band that likes them.
This is where you and I
It's a
just depart
taste
from each
and
other.
a texture thing. It's just not right.
They're
Yeah, but
very-
how could mushrooms be worse than something like fruit?
And
Like, fruit
sweet
shouldn't-
and
shouldn't be
delicious?
Fruit
I
shouldn't
also
be
don't
baked.
Oh,
want
this man.
pineapple on my pizza. I also
Okay, and what about
Naysayers,
what about
delicious
anchovies?
propriety.
Like who sticks little
No, I don't
tiny
eat that
whole
either.
fish on?
Hold on one sec.
Pescatarian.
I'm gonna
Yeah, but
break
those
this
are
down.
the yucky ones.
I'm just gonna have to break this down for you guys. Jules, this is what pizza is all about. You have your balance, right? You have your salty and you have your sweet, right? So
No, there's no sweet on pizza.
No,
You're not supposed to-
savory.
it is sweet and savory, and it's all about it's like an art form. It's a subtle art form brought to America from generations past. That
Yeah, from no.
The yin and
There's
yang.
no sweet. There's no sweet.
there is
on
sweet.
Pizza. You know what? You know what? Then you might as well call it like a Thai pizza.
What do you
'Cause
think?
Thailand loves to throw fruits
Hold
in
on.
with their
yeah,
cooked
Thai
fruits.
pizza is weird.
No, but it's always like
Our
something
pizza's like
fruity.
Like
lemongrass.
mangoes.
I just have
Yep.
this mental picture real quick. I'm just like that. that Jules is like wearing a full wizard's garb, holding a staff, and like Dennis is like dressed as a warrior barbarian, and they're like in a party, like a D&D party together, and they're like, "This is the way it should be. You do not understand your way of the pizza. You do not understand the way of the pizza, you botanical landmass."
Yeah.
You know, that's what I just.
But the only time you should be cooking fruits is if you're making a pie. And not
Alright,
that kind of pie, the other kind of pie.
Jules,
You will not win this argument.
Tomato
No,
sauce.
I agree with him.
what
but
goes on a
but
pizza?
I'm sorry, I don't really.
Tomato
help, but-
sauce. What goes in tomato sauce?
Yeah, well, that's
Sugar.
technically whoever.
Tomatoes.
I rest my
Okay,
case.
whatever scientists call
It's
tomato
a
a
fruit.
fruit needs to get their head smacked because
I
yeah,
rest
it
my
grows off a
case.
tree, but that doesn't make it
Yes,
a fruit.
but
goddammit.
sugar also goes into tomato sauce.
Thank
Which
you.
is why you don't like sweet from the fruit.
There it is. All right,
Love
We win.
sugar.
big
Dennis,
debate.
I think it's time for some album releases.
Let's go for some album releases.
Here they are. Von Kaiser Animals.
There you
Von Kaiser Animals and
There you
Von
go.
Kaiser Animals. Moving on. All right, great.
And we're done.
Great, great.
Yeah, that we're done. Album releases. Von Kaiser, Animals.
All right.
Hey, April 30th, last Friday, the Motion Epic and Michael Oakley dropped their really slow song called Runaway. And Glitbiter dropped her album, Glass and Steel, is out. Laura Dre over on Outland Records dropped her new single, I Want to Be Your Only One. And today, our friends here, Von Kaiser, have dropped their album Animals. Our buddies over in the West Coast, McCready, dropped their new single, Isolation. And over on the West Coast as well, in LA, Tomahawk dropped his new single called Love Me Like You Did Before. In what was it? 4 minutes? 3 minutes?
Yes.
So, 5-minute average.
Oh, 5-minute average. Okay, there you go.
And also,
it's just on Beyond Synth.
quick shout out to
Yeah.
Pattern Shift, who dropped his, I believe he dropped it as a pre-order, his new album.
Yep. He's got a pre-order, and I think once again you get some material with it too.
Yes. So sign up for that. He does cool stories. You guys know Pattern Shift, right? He does a really cool. It's kind of like a audio book type of thing. It's
It's he's
literal
got
novel.
novellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got novellas like that sort of go along with his albums.
Right
Right
to
to
the
the
Renouncer.
Yeah,
the
right to the announcer.
Cocaine and Cambria situation. That was for
Yeah.
a while.
A little bit. A little bit. Hey,
So
That's how it started.
maybe Kaylin can do some audio narration for that.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, you want
Set
Von
that up.
Kaiser
back up the sound,
novella.
That's a thought.
Can you do your? Can you do the Irish?
Can you not?
Maid?
Do you have
I
a
don't-
bank of voices that you do, like legit?
Oh yes. Don't we all have a bag of voices we can do
I
if the
mean,
time arises? Go do it. You remember? The lilt.
I'm trying to think of what to say, but I don't know. I'm not. It's hard to do it when I'm
Ah,
like
it's all right.
on the
She can't do it.
fly. I don't
It's
know,
all right.
man. I don't
We'll
know
have
what
we'll
to
have
say.
we'll have Ashley judge how well you do.
No, don't tell. Do not even
Oh, no,
show her.
yeah,
I was
she-
very poor when I just did please delete or whatever.
Oh.
Anyway, I gotta continue. May 7th, Primo the Alien dropping her new single and music video, Thunder, and it looks like she's dancing kind of like in Flashdance in that. So that'll be
Oh, I will
interesting.
have to tune in.
That'll be sweet.
May 14th, Michael Oakley is dropping his new album, Odyssey, and he's already got 2 singles out from the album.
He's got one coming out May 7th.
No, that's right, this Friday.
You can
Turns
hear
out
it Thursday on my
You don't
show.
have anyone
Oh,
disagree
there-
about which single.
There you go. Tune in to Karen Zoe Lee's show on Thursday. What is it going to be, a Euro time or a North America time?
North American time.
Okay, so it'll be like 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and some crazy 2
Right.
3 a.m. in the.
I didn't know that, Karen. I didn't even see that. That was announced. It's cool.
Yeah, so Karen's always getting.
I told you, Karen's
Track.
Yeah, she's
not
plugged in.
missing a
Karen
beat.
gets the big name.
She gets the big guests on.
That's right. You're stepping on. That's right. You just get the bottom of the trash can.
We apologize.
Got the flies and garbage pail kids.
No,
Oh,
you know,
I just
that,
had an awesome idea. I'll tell you the
that's how we managed to get Karen over onto our show, by having Von Kaiser on. you
That's
see.
true.
story. He's lured by the scent.
All right, May 14th, Oakley's album drops. Keep going.
All right, May 21st, Megan McDuffie's new album drops, Inner Demons. And I think she has a new video coming out this Friday from the album. May 26th, Baldocaster is dropping his album called Visions, and he's got a single out right now. If you go to Bandcamp, it's called Fury. June 1st, I mentioned this one before, Cat Temper, Kitty Hate Machine, new album.
Oh, another animal.
June 4th, just found out this today. June 4th, Motion Epic finally released the name of his album, Boardwalk Arcadia.
Ooh.
It's coming out on June 4th, but pre-orders are up this Friday, especially if you want like physical merch, like vinyl or cassettes or whatever. So yeah, Motion Epic, that's gonna be awesome. June 5th, System Glitch, Beyond Stars album. Today he dropped, or I think it was today, he dropped that music video for one of his songs off the album, produced by Morphoise. So yeah. Also June 5th, Shikimo with Forerunners. And finally, June 21st, Micro Matt Scenes is dropping new album, although he won't say what the name of the album is yet. But keep your ears peeled for that.
Nice. All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it for the album releases.
I apologize. I thought it was done a few times. So that's when we started dabbling in everything.
Jules has been at it. I mean, he just keeps on going sometimes. And again, my script is just all the way across the room, so I can't read.
I think you're
Dennis-
starting on the topic, or you're talking about something that we're talking about, and then it's just like, and then on May 4th, you know, it's like, oh, shut up, idiot! Trying to get through.
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Dennis, it's your turn for a favorite song.
All right.
Off the album.
We're going to do this. Thankfully, you guys told me the name of the song because, again, I don't know the titles of the songs. I just know what I like. And I'm going to say that I like this song, Done. And I will say, I really like when you guys do your harmony together. And I would love to, hopefully, you guys can do a little bit more harmony. That's where, like, I fell in love with the Von Kaiser sound. So this is the one that just brought it home for me, this one right here. So this is, I guess, David and Kaylin singing, right? You guys, you sing.
Yeah, it's a duet.
You sing, yeah, you sing a duet. And do you do the verse? I forget.
We share all of it.
do.
You share
that's
the
why
verse.
it's a duet.
So this is,
We're not even just harmonizing. We are sharing the duty.
this is a beautiful track. And this is entitled Done. I don't know why I just paused when I said that. I felt like it
knew
needed
that you would
something.
pick this song
Did
because
she?
we labored over this
I had a thought about that too, and I
Was there a
have
bet?
theory why.
because it's a country vibe.
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
At the end,
Yes.
it sounds like 1980s
Yes.
Kenny Rogers singing with Dolly Parton.
Thank
and
you.
we knew Dennis was going to be
Yes.
Yeah.
like, it sounds like a truck stop.
I have no shame.
Dennis is gonna like
In the
it.
night-
It's all
1980s.
about the truck stop in the 80s. And this one brings me back. I'm just going to say that,
Yeah.
it does it for me. So here it is. This is Done by Von Kaiser. And that was Done by Von Kaiser. I hit the wrong button, Karin. Sorry.
Sorry, I thought you wanted me to do that.
Steamrolled.
Dang it.
Live shows. Wah, wah. I hit the wrong button again. But yes, so now I know, Karin, you wanted to ask a couple questions about the live performances of Von
Yes.
Kaiser.
I'm so sad that we had to miss you at Neon because obviously Neon didn't happen. But
Cool post.
so I want to know when my next chance to see you is going to be. Do you have any live streams that you're going to be doing, maybe?
Well, we don't really have a live stream per se.
Sort of.
But yes, we actually did. We pre-recorded a live performance of us to send in. We're
She's
going to
being
be
very
part
modest.
of a
P.S. Most of them are.
concert.
Pretty much all of them. I think you guys, from what I remember, although there were some smaller, by smaller I mean like less dressed up things where, like streaming and playing and stuff like that. Like we did our Future Fest and stuff like that all throughout the summer. But you
Right.
guys were the only show that I know of that made a performance live at that level of quality. And I know, like, me and David speak a little bit off air. You weren't really happy with that performance, but everything you guys were doing was 100% live. You were playing all the instruments, singing all the songs in one take. Like, it was like not being like, oh, that one, let's cut that, let's edit that out.
Right.
Like, there was no
Yeah.
editing involved. That was it. Like, that was the performance that you guys
I think
performed.
I think he hated it because every time they did those shows, there was always this guy coming on saying he wanted to hear Crystal Lake. By the way, we went off topic. Kayla, you weren't finished talking. I mean, you recorded this video.
I have a bad habit of interrupting people.
No, it's not. You're on.
It's all right. Yeah, so we recorded a video yesterday, and of a couple songs that we sent in, and we're gonna be featured in a benefit concert for Global Green, and they are an environmental nonprofit
Nice.
helping people, places, and the planet.
They're helping people.
But isn't there like Taylor
Places.
Dane involved with this thing? And
Yeah,
it's at the Troubadour in
yeah,
Hollywood. Like she's
it's-
playing the whole thing down super low. Like
Yeah.
there's a
Build
couple
this up.
celebrities involved with it. And
This
it's
sounds
not
like a thing.
televised. Yeah, it's gonna mean this in the recording she's talking about. It's a live performance.
Yeah,
but
It
it's
is a live
unlike the
performance,
stream,
right, but-
unlike the stream, we did do this all live as well. The only difference is now we can actually edit the video and make it look a little bit
the
better.
problem with the
and
stream is that just
mix it.
when you're watching something stream, both audio and video over the internet, the quality sometimes is just
Yeah.
difficult.
It's true.
It's hard to track that quality live.
And it's hard for us to get what is a good mix going out, and so I'd hear the mix afterwards. And I mean, a lot of people don't like to hear their own voice. Some singers are okay with theirs. I am not one of those people.
I love the
And
sound
so-
of my voice. That's why I never shut up.
I knew he'd say that. Well,
Yeah, stand mine. I never listened to.
Right, Javi.
I'm with you, Neon. But at any rate, I just heard the live stream played back, and it sounded like a harbor ship going up, or like a mastodon sinking into the final throes of death in a tar pit. That's where I was, and I just was like, that's it. I gotta not stream live anymore because I sound like an old bassoon pulled out of the back of a junior high band room, thrown into by a janitor who's coming on third shift to clean up some puke off the floor. You get what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. So I'm just done with it. So we've done this pre-recorded thing, but it's not pre-recorded in the sense that it's not live. It's 100% live.
It is all performed live.
Right. It's just
Wow.
Fox is dying over there.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, my chest is hurting. I'm crying.
And we wanted a show we could listen to in the morning.
Sorry. Oh, that was wild.
I think we still did
G-rated,
PG. Yeah, it was pretty
yeah.
G.
So you got the charity thing.
Anyways, the charity thing.
Yeah, the charity thing, right? It's an
Yeah, it's
event.
a benefit
right?
concert.
People pledge while they watch it.
Yeah. It's basically a pay-per-view.
Is
kind
there a
of thing.
website that you can go?
Yeah. Let's see. I know we were gonna post about it.
Yeah, there'll be
We
some
had-
posts
There will
coming
be.
up.
Yeah. there
If
will be
you
some promotional
any
stuff.
social media right now, I think if you did it to the other ones that aren't Facebook, if you look, our current profile picture is actually a still from that outtake of the video.
I
kinda
was
shows
wondering why
you-
that just changed.
Yeah.
You can see that that picture is, so it will be kind of like what the video is like, but it pans all around. There's tons of camera angles, and we have a new sort of extensive light setup that'll be coming out whenever the heck live shows are going to be.
Oh, you guys and your lights, man.
Yeah, we're going to be going out hard on the road when we can, so we plan to be playing a lot.
And we'll be there.
Yeah, we
Hey,
love to-
please tell me you're keeping the Nano Leafs.
Oh yeah, they're up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the
Okay,
picture,
good.
buddy. They're right there. They're like.
Speaking of live performances,
Oh, good set.
hey, we were gonna hold off on the live touring information, but it just felt so good to segue into that. So, yeah, you want to do that, Mr. Neon Fox?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. So, the most I guess the one that's coming up the soonest this Saturday, May 8th. It's the first annual Forged in Neon anniversary show, and it's gonna be hosted on Retro Promenade.
Nice.
And so, yeah, this is a big deal because I mean, Mike Mendoza hosts the show, aka Modern Night. Hoo ha!
I love him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say he's so fun. He
the
will
guy,
do
he's
a
a
show.
clown, man. He is a clown and a half.
He will do a show, and it'll just be like him. It'll just be him, and he'll have like
rapping.
he'll have a pencil in his hand, and he'll be sitting back, and he'll have his feet on the desk, and like I'll just sit there and watch him do that for hours.
So get this, I thought, okay, they're gonna have Ashley on, right? Celebrating 1 year of Forged in Neon, but they're gonna have performances by Beckett, Motoroto, Spectral Knight, Future Holotape, Volcari 64, Modern Knight himself, Netrunner out of Calgary, Neutron Dreams, Elevate the Sky, and Mike Oakley. And they're gonna have special guests Glitbiter and Andy on as well from
Wow.
Beyond Synth.
Well, smell me.
So, yeah, May 8th. Man, Dennis, I don't know.
We got to get better promoters.
Yeah.
We just got
we
these
need
guys
to-
Von Kaiser on. We gotta
Yeah,
gotta
well,
up our game.
next time our show, we're just gonna have Von Kaiser streaming video,
I don't know
live
if anybody wants
performance.
that.
Oh yeah. Here, listen to your bassoon. What was it?
Bah,
A wailing
Oh, sorry.
bassoon or something?
This just comes upon me. It's like diarrhea that flows out of your mouth. I didn't mean it in the sense of like 5 Keurigs.
Oh boy.
Like the episode of South Park where Bono has the turd out of his mouth. So good. It's the most heaviest turd ever recorded.
There you go.
Number 2.
Karen knows.
So-
The record.
The record. 8 Keurigs. Amazing.
So that sounds like a great show, Mr. Neon.
I'm just, you know what, like,
Back on the rails.
May 15th. So May
I'm
15th.
done. Shit.
We finally know who's going to be performing on Synth Valley Stream Fest number 8, I believe it is.
Mhm.
So that's going down on May 15th on Starfare's music, Twitch station, which is twitch.tv/StarfareMusic. And this one, we got a whole bunch of Finns on this one. We got
Yes.
Millennium Falk,
Yes.
Lowline, and Levinsky. And they're joined by a friend down in Brazil, Dastron, and Scale 1 from France, Cyborg Corp, Acura Dreams, and Electronic Warbear, who celebrated a birthday, what was it, Saturday? So yeah, Synth Valley Stream Fest, numero 8 is going down, May 15th.
Yeah.
And then followed by May 29th, Starfare is going to do his own Bandcamp online stream, kind of like what Alpha Chrome Yeo did. And it's called Luminous, and he's got crazy professional lighting and effects and stuff like that. So there we go, our second artist from the synth scene doing a Bandcamp live stream, May 29th. So check that out at starfaremusic.bandcamp.com.
Sweet.
And July 3rd, I'll just go into a couple of the actual, in real life type concerts. July 3rd, San Junipero Retrowave Boat Party with Jackson, Valentine, and Faith in the Glitch. That's gonna be in LA. So yeah, listen to synthwave on a boat
On a
while
boat.
drinking. Yeah,
I'm sold.
yeah. That's
there.
nothing wrong with that idea.
Sounds
July
good to me.
24th, Retrowave Deluxe over in London. This is assuming all these things still go down, but it looks like UK is doing pretty well, and so is the US. So yeah, Red Wave Deluxe, Jordan F, plus Dana Jean Phoenix, plus Highway Superstar, plus New Arcades, plus Duet, plus L'avenue. So there you go.
Is it L'avenue, like you just said?
L'avenue.
You just say it all as one.
Yeah, 11.
Yep.
I always struggle with the
Well, that's the thing with the French. They don't like saying two vowels next to each other, like Le Avenue. So they chop one vowel out and just put an apostrophe in and just say L'avenue.
There you go. Very nice.
And then, yeah, October 9th, I think this is probably a safe bet. Outrun the Sun 2021, featuring Kallax, Wolf Club, New Arcades, Lost Outrider, Player One, Roxy Drive, Paradise Walk, and Iverson. And that's going down in Derby. And as we mentioned last week, if you're in North America, east side, or sorry, the west side, you get to enjoy the Midnight North American Tour. That goes down between November 6th and the 27th. And I'm pretty sure, though, that they'll start dropping some eastern locations in the next few weeks.
For sure.
Yeah, if you want to find out more, just go to news.nightride.fm and click on the concert listings.
Very good.
We have all the details there.
Very good, Mr. Neon Fox. Thank you so much for that information.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, a couple pizza shout-outs from Roland Kakahashi. Did I get it? I don't know.
Kakahashi.
World famous crime scene pizza. Meatball regatta sauce on top. Ooh, what is a crime scene pizza? I don't know, but I want it. And we'll do one more here.
That sounds like a heavy pizza.
Rex Balls. He just goes for
What?
bacon,
Sorry.
ham,
What?
green olive. You don't know Rex Balls? He's a local celebrity.
He's
around
one
here.
of our Patreons.
It's
One of
just
a good
funny.
listener. He hangs
I
out in the
thought-
Discord.
Rex balls.
I thought he
and
said
then
wrecked.
Yeah, wrecked balls.
Wrecked.
No, no,
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
I was like, what?
No, it's just he does it in the present, not the past.
Got
That's
it.
All right.
Yes.
Did you
One
hear all
more.
the meats on that pizza?
Shit, that was.
Yeah, it's.
Rex balls gets what on the pizza? Say it again real quick.
All right, let me back up. Hold on. This is dead air, by the way.
Dead air.
Dead air. Rex
Rex
Balls.
Balls.
Bacon,
It's bacon.
ham, and green olive. And
many olives? What's
Jules,
green
you have
olives?
that in front of you, right? Why don't you read off our
Yeah.
final pizza of the
The
night?
final one by Jennifer Nix. It's
Oh,
deluxe
Jennifer
deluxe supreme. So that's a little more along my line.
Very good.
And by the way, you know what? Z reminded me. There's another release that dropped. What was it? Yesterday. Street Cleaner has
Oh yeah.
released. Yeah.
Speaking of
he's got a new
pizza,
yeah, he's got a new single called Slice.
slice.
You can actually pre-order it because there's a whole bunch of like. I don't know, he's broken it down into stems. Check that out. So yeah, if you
Yes.
go over to streetcleaner.bandcamp.com, you can get his new song Slice. Pre-order it. You get the song right now with an instrumental version, and then when it drops, you get all these stems.
So remix.
Yeah, he's doing like the Midnight, but instead of like $40 for the stems, it's
Well, don't ever expect that from us.
it's only $1. Aw, come on.
Von Kaiser
Never
stems.
will I
What
ever.
about?
Never will I ever. Never will I ever.com.
All right, so let's drop another track here. We have, actually, we're doing pretty good. We only have
we
what,
got three more songs to go.
3 more songs. All right, so who's next? Karin? Do we do Karin?
Do we do it, Carl?
Yeah, I want to hear Future Sight.
Future
Ooh.
Sight. All right,
There
Yeah.
you go. Perfect.
here it is. We're gonna just
This features Kaylin singing, right?
yeah. This is the Kaylin.
This is her
song.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
You
Kaylin
want to
song.
talk about this song? I don't know.
Mm.
Do you have words to say about this?
feel
We
like
use
it's-
words to tell about things.
You know,
Deep
I
thoughts.
yeah, I feel like this song is different than like other songs that have featured me in the past because this is the first time where I think we were exploring the louder and higher parts of my voice. Kind of a more comfortable place for me to be at, where I could sing more emotionally and sing more appropriately for the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, she's always. It turns out Kaylin has a whistle range even. Like a ability to go very high.
Like where dogs can hear it.
Kind of like Mariah Carey could, you know.
Oh wow.
And so we didn't realize all of this, so we're trying to get her down, lower into our range, and it just was always less powerful and didn't work, and so now we discovered this was sort of late in the game, so that's why she's on so few songs. But now we're gonna play with that a little bit more. But
Gonna
anyway,
ramp it
this
up.
and actually there's a key change in this song. Which
Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah,
don't notice because it kicks right off. But
Yeah, it's right. It's right.
I
right-
noticed.
The key change is like right near the beginning of the song, right?
No.
It's
it's the final chorus.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
In true 80s
Where
fashion.
change goes.
That's right. It's always
Drum
3/4
fill
in,
to announce it.
right after the bridge, or right
Yeah, after bridge. Yep.
after bridge. Here it is. This is Future Sight by Von Kaiser.
If I could climb to somewhere high, if I could see from up above, I second try and wonder why a shot of grace takes my fears away. Don't wanna die, gotta survive. Don't wanna leave myself behind. I see the world, I've seen the world, I see the world. I see the world, I've seen the world, I see the Now that I'm here, it's all the same. Can't find the light I was searching for. I look around and all I see, only what they want me to be. Don't wanna die, gotta survive. I'm gonna leave myself behind. I see the world, I've seen the world, I see the I see the world, I've seen the world, I see the I see the world, I've seen the world, I see the I see the world, I've seen the world, I see the I see the world, I've seen the world, I see
And that was Future Sight by Von Kaiser.
Awesome.
Very
See the
nice.
world.
It's very
I saw
nice.
the whole world.
You like saw
The whole
stuff.
thing.
We saw it from the front.
So Kaylin was singing at a higher range, and yes, we like that. let's
Well,
keep on
thanks.
doing that and making more songs
All right.
with the range.
Breaking
Alrighty
glass
then.
bulbs.
I think we adjusted kind of a lot of things, especially vocal range wise for this record.
Hmm.
That is something we haven't talked about. Really.
Yeah, David is singing lower.
That's
Because as it turns out, I'm a what?
one thing that I do want to go into as well. I miss a little bit of the falsetto because I don't know if you guys know, I am a sucker for good falsetto. And David, you did some damn good. You gotta bring some of that back too.
Oh, there's some falsettos on some of the songs.
A little bit.
There is.
There's quite a bit of falsetto. I think he's not doing
Dunn's
really
got it.
high.
You don't go high like
belting.
this. And that's what I like.
Yeah, listen to the chorus on Done. The second verse on Done. There's some.
Okay.
But yeah, but this is the thing. Like a lot of that falsetto in before was because we were writing out of my range. I didn't realize how bad it was until I went back to listen to
Come on.
wavelengths.
Oh, so
I went back to listen to wavelengths. And it's out of my range. I'm a baritone, it turns out.
The wavelengths is awesome.
so
yeah, and we're
that
still
makes
gonna do it.
sense.
It's just karaoke style. Where we just knocked the song down now.
That actually makes sense with what you were saying with Kaylin because she has a higher range and because you guys were singing a lot of the songs together, especially with harmonies. So I guess that's probably why you
Right.
just
So
had the
how
natural flip to falsetto.
the natural arrangement of grouping voices together, typically a tenor and an alto. So a tenor is a higher male voice and a lower female voice is the alto singer, are going to sound better together, and a baritone and a soprano are going to sound good together.
Yes.
But when we're singing in the wrong ranges, like if you're a soprano and you're trying to sing as an alto, or if you are a baritone and you're trying to sing as a tenor, it's not going to work out as well because your voices are being put into places where they don't belong. So even though the voices might be really compatible and sound great together, they don't if you're not writing for them. Like if you're not writing in the same right range. So my harmonies were lower than his, and it didn't really do anything for my
Because I was
voice.
singing too high.
And he was singing too high, so I couldn't sing above him.
So
because then
it wasn't.
sound
I'm
like-
not. We're not making excuses like for the past.
No, it's just we're
whatever. It's just
learning.
we're learning.
Oh, that's great.
But Jake,
It seems stupid. Like there's probably musicians listening to like, oh, these guys just figured out what do they need to sing.
But Jake does backup vocals, right?
Yeah, and I'm a high tenor, so I sit nicely right in between
Right.
Okay.
the other two of them.
Yeah, and that's
I was
the thing
about to say,
too, like,
can't you bridge it with just stick Jake in there and
I can, but I'm not really.
We just don't want to sound like Kansas Wave. All
well,
the
and that's the
time.
reason.
Carry on,
Like,
wayward
what Dennis was talking about embracing the harmonies and going after that. I mean, it's one thing even in synthwave to have a singer and much less
Yeah.
to have two or three.
I know. Well, you guys are about breaking rules. That's for
vocals.
sure.
Any one of us could pick up a microphone and probably carry the show if any one of us were in need
Right.
to do that. Like I remember a particular time where FM84 wasn't going to have Ollie, and he went out and he was doing shows. He was
yeah, he lost his
No.
voice.
and so the other guy was singing the parts, and people were upset that it wasn't Ollie, but like that guy carried it, and that's important. That's getting it done as far as I'm concerned. Like,
Amen.
I don't think that got enough credit, for talking about a producer picking up a microphone. Maybe he wrote the song and maybe he's heard it a million times, but that wasn't his job.
Right.
He did those shows. But anyway,
And you're never gonna fill Ollie's shoes. That's
well, I
for
mean,
sure.
but
you're
you're
gonna-
doing his own thing, but at the same time, no.
just taking a crack at it, it deserves a lot of credit.
Absolutely.
But like for us, like to just, I mean, we realize like, okay, we have a vocal strength, so we got to play to that. A lot of people hate vocal synthwave. That's fine. We were never going to win them as fans anyway, so we just gave up on that. Like, we gave up on, well, I mean, like I'm not saying that releasing the songs as instrumentals was like appeasing those people again, because I don't think that they necessarily cared anyway.
Right.
But more, it's like we're just gonna like pushing singles out ahead of time at this stage wasn't advantageous. We'd rather spend that time, doing something else, which was preparing the record and making sure it was the best we could do, with the time that we had before May 4. And so, where I'm trying to wrap up or go to is that this for us kind of is like a test to see what direction, do people enjoy this. If this is a thing that sounds better, we'll go down this road. If not, we're just going to we'll always keep experimenting anyway. But.
Yeah, well, that's the beautiful thing about what you guys do. And this is one of the things that I definitely have to give you guys credit for. first of all, you guys, you do your thing. You break boundaries. You are definitely like on the cutting edge of what you're doing, which is great because it's all about, exploration and, not sounding like FM 84 and Time Cop and like everybody, no offense to anybody that does sound like them, but you guys are really breaking out with your own thing and breaking a lot of rules. And then you're also you're also constantly honing things and trying to improve your sound, your production value, your vocal range, and everything like that. So it's a great journey, and I don't really have a point.
We're just showing. Well, we're showing how long it takes to do it, labelless and helpless and on your own.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing this singularly, and it's not that there's not interest. It's just for us right now. Our path is to just really carve down our own road and set a trajectory for ourselves.
I honestly think that's kind of an upside to us we're still fairly, relatively speaking, new to the genre.
Right.
And part of the advantage of that is that we can still experiment with things without going outside of something that's been long standing.
Right.
Yeah, like not like the Midnight where all of a sudden they remove their sax on one album.
Oh my God.
And
everybody freaks out.
People lose their minds.
There was
I think
riots
it's a
in
great
the
problem
street.
to have. Trust me. If somebody was like, "Why don't you put more sax in?" That seems like an easy salt to the steak. Just put a little sax in it. Like, and I respect them for doing what they do. They do their own thing, and they are constantly doing different stuff. With the Amazon release. And that's cool. But like at our level, this is a love for just doing this right now.
Yeah.
It's a love for neon colors in the 1980s and palm trees and old school movies and video games and being nerds and just hanging out. That's what it's about. Anyone who says difference
Your music
to
is a
Hollywood.
soundtrack to one of those like 80s like coming of age movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I hope we never change that. No matter where we go.
I don't think. I mean,
really.
as many albums as you guys have out, you have this is your third album, and countless EPs. Like that's the beautiful thing. Even though your sound, I think that was my point. Even though your sound changes and evolves so many different times in so many different ways, the thread is still there. Like you guys are still you, and you pull that through. I think in every release that you do, which is awesome. You don't lose that sight, and you guys have fun doing it. And that's what it's all about. Making music and exploring, and then not losing your DNA, and
Right.
I think that thread, like I said, is pulled through all the way to this album, and I'm sure in future albums it'll follow suit.
Do you want to hear something weird?
Yes.
So the last song on this album, it's called "Poison Was the Cure."
Yes.
Was originally the bridge for the last song, "Future Sight."
No kidding.
It was sucked out of the middle of the
took
song
it out.
before the key change, and I liked it so much that I was like, I can't let that go on. I'm gonna make a song. And so we left it and made it a song.
Made it a song.
If you want to play that one,
Yeah, let's. You know what? Let's dive into
You know what,
that.
Dennis?
Yes.
Let's whip through birthdays and then we'll play.
oh yeah, birthday.
Poison.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
by the way, we have a
Birthday.
new birthday song. By the way, I
Ooh,
said by the way
let's
twice.
do it.
This is a very
do that.
special birthday song from Thunder Porpoise. So we're gonna go ahead and play this while we sing our happy birthdays. So go ahead, Jules.
All right. So May 3rd, which was yesterday, Straplock celebrated birthday. Our friend Strappy.
Strappy.
Happy birthday, Strappy. And today, Anthony from Knight Rider 87, and Karn was nice enough to remind me that he also goes by the name Starcourt, celebrating a birthday, as well as PJJ, who he's one of those guys who just creates a Spotify playlist out of the blue, and all of a sudden he's got like 20,000 followers or something. Yeah, he's just I don't know. Now he's actually learning to produce. So happy birthday to PJJ and Anthony today. May 5th, Punkoid is celebrating a birthday. May 7th, Jimmy Synthetic who does all kinds of cool animations, is doing a birthday. And Cody Carpenter on May 7th is also celebrating a birthday. So folks should know who he is. He goes by the name Ludrium on some of his tracks. He is the son of John Carpenter. May 8th, Absolute Valentine celebrating a birthday. Some French synthwave right there. May 9th, Adam Force is celebrating a birthday. Adam Force also does artwork for, I think, for some other albums and stuff, including his own. And May 11th, Sandor Gavin is celebrating a birthday. So there we go. Happy birthday to all those folks.
Nice. Happy birthday to you guys. All right. Let's drop another song here. We're just about ready to wrap this bad boy up, but we have this one right here, which we were just talking about, Future. Nope. This is the Pulled Out of Future site. This is called Poison Was the Cure. Right here, Von Kaiser on Night Ride FM.
So
And that was Poison Was the Cure by Von Kaiser.
Yeah.
I was saying that name a lot. Did you guys ever talk about how you named yourself? I forget.
Maybe in the first interview, probably
Yeah,
a long
first
time ago. I think, but yeah, it's the second boxer in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah, but why?
Is it German?
Because
Honestly,
Yeah, because.
do you want to know the real reason that I think?
Yes.
It's because like if you say the name and you take out like the 80s connotation of that reference to the video game, it just sounds like an indie band.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like, oh, I'm going to see White Melon and Von Kaiser tonight at the Troubadour. You know, it sounds like you're going to see some shoegaze. Like it to me, it was a thing that was a name that was cool. It had the aesthetic we were searching for. Naming a band is incredibly difficult, especially if you're doing it in concert.
Yep.
And you know, we thought, well, worst case, if we fail in synthwave, we can just keep the name and trundle on elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like neon Ferrari lights.
Well, exactly.
65,
Laser.
yeah.
I think Turbo Laser, or what was it?
Turbo Laser.
Turbo Laser Turret or something was like on the. Oh no, we had another name cooking, and it was clearly the wrong direction. I think for any type of sustainability.
I always like the concept of naming like a singular type of name when there's like an ensemble. Like I always find that like entertaining to know. 'Cause,
Right.
like, when I
Like
first
Led
heard,
Zeppelin or
Ideas and vote by committee.
yeah, and I think that's really cool. And in fact, when I first heard of this Von Kaiser, I was like, oh, that sounds like a cool guy. And George was like,
Yeah, you know, well, I thought I didn't make the Mike Tyson association right away,
yeah,
but I know who
yeah,
of
yeah.
Von Kaiser. But when I heard Von Kaiser, I thought like some German or Bavarian guy with a mustache and with a spike helmets in a like a dirigible like air balloon or something.
Can
I
we
don't
get
know.
messages from
I
people?
get messages from people who also think this. So we get messages in German. And I'm like 9.
Nine.
9.
They see her last name and they think that she
German.
speaks in the mother tongue.
No, because my name's not on there. It's just Von Kaiser. People
Oh,
message
German
us
enough.
on our Facebook or our Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, no.
We're not anti-German. We just don't
We
speak.
just don't speak German.
Deutsch.
And then they're
Right.
like, translating it. They think they're talking to a dude, and I'm like, no, it's a group of us. Like, yeah.
Why does it matter if they're talking to a dude?
Sie
Just
spricht
one-
nichts
I mean,
Deutsch.
Are they more
one
disrespectful if
dude.
they think it's you?
I'm.
Let's not get into that debate right now. That's a yes. Be nice on the internet, guys.
Yeah,
it's
be
just,
nice,
it's
guys.
annoying.
It's just.
be
You know what?
Nice to the
Speaking
women,
of being on the
brother.
air, we got a couple of shout outs. I missed these earlier on, but our friend
Leon's timing is impeccable.
Malaysia, our friend Yoru, woke up and I guess he's at work. He's already had his coffee. He tuned in. And Sean H, over in them there YouTube, and Razor Sharp has joined us as well. So yeah, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to give them their shout outs.
And real quick, I'm going to send a shout out to some of our Patreons too, because they're awesome. I'm going to have a hard time because this is all the way across the room. Alex Anderson, he just joined our Patreon. Patreon.com/NightRideFM. We have Miles Riggins. We have John Smith, Joe C. Morgan, Trent Steele. I love that name. And Quantum. So that's just a random assortment of lovely new Patreons that you have. You guys have a Patreon as well. You guys want to go ahead and give that a little pluggy plug?
Yeah, we should talk about it. I don't know what the address to find it is.
It's patreon.com/Von Kaiser.
Oh, is it just
I believe it
Fairly
might be
straightforward.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
You might
I'm
do
gonna
that. You're the
pop it into
person.
the chats.
Do you guys still have the tier where you get the cool T-shirt, or is that a done?
Yeah,
That's
yes.
every tier.
That's every tier. Every tier gets a free T-shirt. So just join
There
for a
you
month,
go.
and the joke's on us.
Yeah. And we lose a lot of money on shipping.
That's right. So if you're
You
looking
gotta
for Fuck Von
do it.
Kaiser, here's the way to do it. Don't provide song. Guess we should rectify that.
Hey, I'm a Patreon, and I've stuck around. So
We appreciate all of you
definitely.
guys. Seriously, all of our patrons are awesome. We try to communicate as much as we can, and
It's tough.
we can. Like,
trust me.
do special stuff. Like, it's just.
But you guys got music, you got special release. You do get some updates and some behind the scenes and stuff like that.
Well, one thing we're gonna do, I think, is we're really heavily, I think, leaning into this idea of doing these mobile concerts, where we take our setup and we'll go out to the beach somewhere and we'll record the whole thing,
Nice.
and then we'll like take the footage and put it online, and then we'll get in a chat like I do like a live YouTube thing, and it'll be a whole show in a like a beautiful and sweet location with a bunch of different things going on. It'll be the show, and we'll play different songs and we'll do things differently than normal, like at each of these locations, and then we'll play it back for fans, and we'll sort of like watch it with you guys and talk and do stuff, interact with it in the chat.
You should go over to Thailand and join Palm Lakes on the beach.
There it
Is that
is.
what they're
Oh,
playing?
for
They've
real.
done a couple of sets there.
Yeah.
That's why I know
Who
in
wants to
Thailand, not
plug
Thailand.
that? Yeah,
It's
somebody wants to
Taiwan.
plug-
Taiwan, sorry.
Their logistics might be a little less heavier than ours would be. But
If somebody
true,
wanted
yeah.
to fund that endeavor, we would be.
There you go.
it's getting
That-
ridiculous.
for
Like,
it.
we're about half a trailer, half a 16 or 18 wheeler's load of lights at this
Yeah,
point.
do you still have that trailer on the back of the SUV?
It's getting bigger now. Yes.
Oh my God, the trailer is getting bigger.
Yeah, we might have to increase. I'm
There you go.
Separate
Increase
driver,
the
just
beast.
for life.
Well,
If anyone is interested in going on the road in 22 as a Von Kaiser crew member, we'll pay.
And there you go.
Just we need you.
don't tempt me.
Trust me, I've seen it firsthand. I helped carry some of that stuff downstairs.
That was
In Detroit.
You see the barest hint of it, sir.
Ah, yeah.
That
My
stairway.
God.
Yeah, Neon. We met Neon at an arcade bar, and Forged in Neon. Ashley Nita was there as well, in that stairway, and Nina was there too, and
Nina.
Parallels was there.
Parallel.
You missed a big one, Dennis.
I know. I regret
It's
it.
like,
But
yeah.
that was a pretty cool night. But at any rate, the stairway up to this arcade bar, because it was the second floor, was like a Victorian Detroit straight up and down. I mean, it was
Straight up and down, it was like, I think it was like 2 feet wide.
Jake and I carried our live rig, which is probably the weight of maybe Dennis himself up the.
It's a couple hundred pounds.
Yeah, I mean, we took her carrying another person, but like in the most awkward square way. So now we don't do stairs. We have one rider, and it's not for
Elevator
red M&Ms.
access.
It's not for red M&Ms or beard or anything. Our rider is
No
no
stairs.
stairs. That's it. Unless you can provide someone to help us with said stairs, no stairs. That's it. It's just too much of a pain. I don't know why I edited ass after I just said fuck. Welcome
Once
to
again-
Internet Radio.
Confused.
Internet radio.
It's
So
internet.
once again, that's patreon.com/Von Kaiser.
Uh-huh.
And
We do appreciate it. Seriously, we appreciate
you.
the Patreon support, guys.
You will be getting a lot more content as a patron.
Yeah,
coming up. We
yeah,
are
yeah.
creating a lot of stuff.
Yep, check out our Pornhub too. We got that update.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. OnlyFans.
We're gonna
Sorry.
ask about that.
OnlyFans.
GitHub, no.
Von Kaiser.
For code and J.
And yeah, that is our show. We have one more track, but I want to thank Von Kaiser for, of course, being on. And Karin, I think you're still out there, right?
I am here. I'm just listening.
Just
Thank you
chilling
so much
out.
for coming on, Karin. And
Thank you
yeah,
for having me. This is always fun.
And tune in
David?
Thursday, right, for your show?
Yep, Thursday, same time.
There it
Love
is.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
And we're
I'm
gonna
have my
wrap it
special
up
guest.
with one more song. One more song. We
What
played
is
the whole
the last
album,
song?
guys.
So David, Kaylin, Jake, thank you so much for being on our show yet again.
Thank
On
you for
this
having us
fabulous
out.
May 2-4 with a fabulous album. And I'm going to pop the links to the album. By the way, if anybody wants to follow Von Kaiser, just follow at Von Kaiser Music on pretty much all the socials.
Yeah.
And
Get dirty in the VK
yeah.
Lounge.
That's it.
and and go to vonkaiser.bandcamp.com if you want all your digital goodies.
We have a new website launching with on the same day a new T-shirt that'll be.
I was about to
overkill.
say, because now you made me change the logo on our little promo pic. So now I'm looking at my Von Kaiser shirt and I'm like, oh man,
Actually,
I'm gonna need a
that
new
will be
one.
worth something that,
Keep that. That's
yeah,
the limited run.
that will never be seen again, sir.
Okay. Don't worry, I don't throw any synthwave shirts out
So
ever.
cut it up and use it for paint rags. Whatever. Use the CD for a coaster. That's what I use.
Dennis,
Yes.
thank you
Thank
for
you guys.
hosting the show.
Well, thanks for
Yes,
Co-hosting
thank you
the
guys both for
show.
having us on.
I guess. I always feel
you
weird
so
when you
much.
thank me for hosting the show. I'm like, well, didn't you do the same thing?
Well, yeah, but you're the one with all the crazy wiring, and you have to like.
You say
The
thank
re-
you for co-hosting the show when he says
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're all of our conversation is piping through your mic,
That is true.
through your crazy setup, so that you can do this live. Because we know those of us
it's a
who have
neon
tried.
reach around.
There you go. There we go. It's a.
It's the global reach around.
Thank
On
you for
that note,
And thank you for hosting, both of you. And we appreciate
Cheers.
having you on. And thank you for co-hosting, Karen.
I wouldn't have it any other way. It's our
Coco.
tradition.
The co-host.
By the way, quick shout out Timothy Wright over on YouTube. Didn't want to forget someone before we sign off.
yes.
Right.
And we have a good track to send us all off here. This is
Yeah.
a tune called Party Time.
Hey!
This is like going to your first nightclub in Russia.
This is the song, by the way, that's been around for.
Like it's like you feel it's cool, but like something's a
No.
little off. But like something's all right still. You know, there might be something in your drink, but you're not sure. But you're still gonna go with it
You're gonna
So
go.
wait,
because like you don't
It's
have to be up in the morning.
This
Jake-
song
Jake,
idea
you
has
were
been
saying?
around for 4 years now,
Wow.
Oh, you're gonna go on.
something like that.
So this was
Before
4
Von
years.
Kaiser existed.
No, this is for Mona Lisa Overdrive. Cut it.
what?
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you there's some dinosaurs crawling out of the La Brea tonight. And this is one of
This
them.
is a Stegosaurus right here.
Yeah,
This is a good one, though, and a good one to
But it
end.
wasn't this way. It was a different song. Idea was sparked by old songs. So,
Chorus hasn't changed.
yeah, it's correct. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure. Our pleasure.
To all our listeners, thank you for joining us. And,
Yes.
yeah. From all of us at Night Ride, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, and have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Never felt so alive. The breeze is warm and the drinks are flowing like the ocean tide. You've never looked so good. And the night is young and the party's just begun. If I